Yo, 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 yo. What is good, guys? How's it going? Yo. How's it going, guys? How is everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing great. Hope everyone's having a brilliant day so far. Spam a W in the chat if you're ready to make some money. Good morning, Humphreys. How's it going? Let's get it, guys. Come on. How is it going? We're going to start off, obviously, looking at the fundamentals, and then we're going to go quickly into the technicals. We don't really have any fundamentals yet, but just make sure everyone who wants to be here is here. Like the stream. W in the chat if you're ready to make some money, guys. We're going to catch some trades today, hopefully. We're already 1 for 1 today. If you're in the Discord. Yo, Dan, how's it going? Big deeds, let's go. Scott, good afternoon. Hi, Charlie. Hope you're doing well. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it. So, I think, is the chat box? No, the chat box is just messing up. Okay, let's get it, guys. Let's get it. Good morning, Abby. Good morning, Reaper. Good morning, guys. Let's get it. So, fundamentals. Okay, we're going to start off on the fundamentals. So, we've had a big piece of news today. It's not too big. It is released weekly. So, it's not really too much. It's not too much of an issue. It is obviously the first piece of the month. But, yeah, it's looked a little bit bearish. It's pushed us up for some reason. Good morning, Humphreys. Good morning, Reaper. But, yeah, guys, we don't really have anything to worry about. Like, we've got, at 3 p.m., we've got Canadian orange folder news. So, there's literally, like, nothing to worry about here. But, yeah, as I said, we are 1 for 1 today. I'm going to walk you through that trade in a bit. But what we're going to look at now is, obviously, the chart. So, we've got no fundamentals to worry about today. What we can look at is GBP JPY, GBP USD, and also Bitcoin is now $100,000 a coin. That's crazy, guys. Like, absolutely crazy. I think it's something to do with the Jerome Powell speech because that was at 7 o'clock, which is this over here, and then since then we've just pushed straight up. I think obviously this candle here at 2 o'clock in the morning in my time gave us that big boost straight up here, but yeah, guys, 100k a coin is absolutely mental. We're going to be looking at Bitcoin, obviously, today as well, looking at potential any potential trading setups here. Looking at gold, GBP USD, pushing up as well. It looks like we're not going to be able to take that buy that I was talking about before, Dan. But, yeah, we'll see how it goes, guys. Let's start with GBP JPY. So, if you watched my market outlook yesterday, what was I talking about? I was talking about coming into the premium zone of this 4-hour fair value gap. I told you that would happen. I think I recorded... I think we had this fair value gap here, which I was talking about, the fact that we respected that. And then obviously we continued up towards ERL. We took this high out over here, which is what I targeted in my trade this morning. And then we obviously went up to the premium zone of this fair value gap, which I was talking about in the market outlook last night. If you don't watch the market outlooks, I don't know what you're doing, but you need to start watching them. Now, today, what has happened? So we've been pushing up. This whole week, we've been pushing up exactly how I said we would on Monday, guys. But what I want to focus on here is what's happening today. So if we go down to the 1 hour time frame, you can see exactly what's going on. We do have an AMD cycle right here. That's pretty clear, but I wasn't focusing on that today. I seen another setup. I was a little bit late to that, I'm not going to lie. I was asleep when that was playing out, but we did catch this buy right here, which I'm going to walk you through in a second. So, the daily is still looking bullish. We're looking bullish because we're trying to target this bearish fair value gap over here. Why are we targeting this fair value gap? Well, I've said this. We have took ERL over here. As you can see, we took that low. And we're looking into the IRL. Exactly, Victor. That's exactly how it plays out. But, yeah, on GBP JPY, we are looking for buys because we took out this low, which gives us that 1, bullish retracement. That's confluence number 1. 2, we have this bearish fair value gap, which we have to come back and fill because we go from ERL to IRL. Simple as that. So we are pushing up, as I said we would on Monday night. I said we would push up. All the way up to here, and we are starting to do that now. On the 4 hour time frame, we have come to the premium zone. It looks like we're trying to disrespect this bearish fair value gap, which will give us that little boost up to take out this high probably at some point, and definitely this high. But we'll have to see how that goes with the next 3 hours of this candle. We still have 3 hours and 20 minutes to go on that one. But we are looking bullish here. Why? Because we took ERL, we're targeting IRL. That said, we can now move to the 4 hour, see that fair value gap, and I want to show you on the 1 hour time frame, on the 15-minute time frame, the trade I took this morning. So on the 4 hour, we have this bullish fair value gap, which we were respecting, yeah. And you know how it works. Like, it's literally so simple, guys. We take ERL, which is this high over here, then we come to IRL and either respect it and continue up, or disrespect it and continue down. What did we do here? We respected the IRL. So that's a bullish confluence number one. That's like the first confluence. That's near enough the bias for this trade. Then we go to the 1 hour time frame, and we can see a similar thing happening with this. We got this high taken out here. We formed a fair value gap on our way to take that high. Then we come into that and respect it. As you can see, I entered as we were respecting that fair value gap. So that's bullish confluence number 2. So that's the second confluence for this trade. I'm going to show you why I didn't catch this whole move up as well, guys. That was a bit risky to do that, but that's 2 confluences. We've got the 4 hour fair value gap being respected, which is bullish confluence number 1. We've got the 1 hour fair value gap being respected, which is bullish confluence number 2. Then we make our way to the 15-minute time frame. And what do? We look for ERL. We have the ERL right over here, which is this high taken out right here. We were looking to target this high over here as well, ultimately, as well as this one. But focusing on this first high that I was talking about, this one right here, we took that, and on our way to take that, we did have to come and retrace down. We didn't come to an imbalance though, because we took ERL, which is this low right here. We took that low, you can see that. We took the high, retraced, reversed, took the high again, retraced, and took the low. And that was when we took the low here. So what would we expect when we take a low? We would expect price to retrace up. We formed a bearish fair value gap on our way down to form that low, to take that low. So we would either respect that fair value gap and continue down, or what would we do? Disrespect the fair value gap and continue up. Look at exactly what's happened. So what we want to do here is basically look for buys because of the 4 hour fair value gap and the 1 hour fair value gap. And then we move to the 15th to look for our entry, which was this ERL, which is bullish confluence number 1 being taken. Then bullish confluence number 2 was when we formed this IFVG. Now, you know how we want to form IFVGs in less than 6 candles, and we did that in like 2 or 3 candles really here. So I entered on the near enough the close of this candle right here, and that was my entry plan. That was why I entered the trade. I spoke about this in the premium Discord, so in the private group, in the fast track trading Discord, we spoke about this trade. I told people about this, and then it obviously just played out. But basically, what we did here was we formed the IFVG, and then there's 2 targets here, okay? There's this high over here, which was my TP, and there's this high over here and this high over here. I was focusing on this one and this one. I didn't really need to look at this one because it's just above this one, and I'm using these as management spots. So forget about everything else I was just talking about the bullish confluence. We're in the trade now, okay? What do we want to do? So I look to move break even once we take the first form of liquidity. That is how you trade IFVGs. We take this liquidity, we take this ERL over here, and we would expect price to come down then and continue up. But we didn't do that. We just kept on going towards this because there's stronger liquidity up here. So I moved my stop loss to break even right here, and I told people to move to break even right here. We did that, and then we just continued pushing up towards this high over here. And that was my full TP. I don't know what I caught there. I think my stop loss was like literally just below here. I caught a nice 1.7 R, and I risked around 0.5% on this trade. So I made like £600, $600. But yeah, guys, like that's literally it. Now the reason I didn't hold for longer, and the reason why I didn't think this was going to happen, is because this is all based on news. What I want to do here is just hover over this big candle right here, which is half one. That's the half one 15-minute candle, okay? Go to the Forex factory, look at the fundamentals, and you can see half one unemployment claims. That's what gave us that move up. So we got out just before the news, which was perfect, and then the news gave us that push up, but we wouldn't know this was going to happen. It could have gone the other direction just as well, unless we actually analyzed the fundamentals. But yeah, that's that trade. Now we're going to be looking for more trades. Like up the stream, guys. Let's get it. So we're going to get rid of all this analysis. We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need this or this. Get rid of all that. What we can do is go to the 4 hour as well. And we can get rid of this. We don't need to see this for this trade. We've got the bias here, which is a little bit bearish, I'd say, now that we're in the premium zone here. We would really look for sells now. Very short time frame, just like a retracement. But we'll see how that goes. So we're going to start looking for sells, I guess. Very short term. Longer term, I am bullish towards this high up here, and obviously this fair value gap over here. But we're focusing on that. So exactly, Reaper, it's beautiful. But yeah, so what we're going to do, we're going to go to the 1 hour time frame now and see what's going on here. So it looks like we're manipulating up here, but I want you to focus on this. So we got that accumulation here, then a manipulation to the downside with a distribution to the upside. So we can expect price to start consolidating really on the 1 hour time frame, but we also have this fair value gap over here. Hasn't been respected yet. So we're going to wait and see what happens in the next 18 minutes. Realistically, we'd want price to close around about here. If it closes outside this range, we can really actually try and target buys up towards this high over here. And see how that goes. That would make perfect sense as well, guys. But we'll see how the 1 hour closes really. Now, if it closes inside the range, we then also have a valid fair value gap right here, which would align for ourselves. So what we really want to see is price closing exactly where it is. That would make the most sense. That would probably align with everything really, because we have the bearish fair value gap being respected. Then we would have a bullish fair value gap being formed, which we have to then come into and then continue up off of, or obviously go straight through. But for us, we would just literally target the fair value gap. So that's like two confluences in one. If this candle can close inside this fair value gap, if we start inverting this fair value gap, obviously it's happened in a lot more than 6 candles, so it wouldn't be as strong, but we would really want to look for price to close inside this fair value gap. If we close inside this fair value gap, we can then align that with our bias and look for sells towards this fair value gap. So that's the trade idea really. We want to wait for this close. We've got about 15 minutes left on that. Now we need to really go to the 15 and the 5 here to see what's going on. We do also have a 15-minute fair value gap right here, which we would look to come back into before continuing up as well. So we can use that as our target. If we get in for a sell position, we can target this area over here, but it's looking like we're trying to push down. Now, if we go to the 5-minute time frame, it looks like we are. Now, what we want to do for the best trade here, guys, what we want to do is basically catch a sell before we respect this, before we come into this. We want to stay around here. If we start pushing down and then we go down to here, it's not really, that's it. We've missed the move. But yeah, that's it. I would have liked us to form, I guess we did form a fair value gap. So if this candle closes like this, we could look at taking an entry to this low over here. And that'll be our management spot, so we could really do this. This would make perfect sense as well, guys. Maybe a little bit higher than that, but we'd target something like this. Now it looks like we're pushing down heavily, which isn't the best sign. We could even just target this over here because there's a fair value gap right there. But we're going to see how this 5-minute closes. We're looking at sells right now. It looks like we're pushing down. I think we can't really go much lower than we are. If we go lower than we are, one, we're taking out a low, but also we are, we've got a negative R there, so we don't really want to trade that either. Now, it's just an issue. It's like, if this pushes down, we're not really going to take the trade. We want to stay around about here. That's what I'm saying, guys. But, yeah, let's give it. Let's see how it goes. It looks like we're going to close down here, guys. Like up the stream if you're ready for this. We do need that close up here, though. If we're going to take anything, we need a close around about here. And then, yeah, we can see how it goes. But, come on. I think it would work out quite well if we do close up here. I don't really like the fact we're pushing down so quickly. There we are. That's not really the best sign. But, Do we take the entry off this, guys? Like, because we've not really got a bottom wick on the 15 here. You can see that there. Not really got a bottom wick. That's the 15. It looks like we're going to come down and push that. We could look at taking an entry around about here. It is a slightly negative R, which isn't the best sign. And it looks like we've flipped already, so we might have missed that. But let's see how this goes. Let's see what the 1 minute is saying. All right. I'm going to risk half here, guys. Just because we have this fair value gap here. Let's see if we respect this. There we are. Now, what we can do is target this fair value gap, this 5 minute fair value gap, which is inside of 15, which is inside of 1 hour, which is what we're actually targeting here. But I think we might float around and close. We're going to see how this plays out, but I think we might float around here. I'm not too sure. When we take this low, I'm going to move very quickly to just above this over here, and then we can see how it goes from that. But yeah, let's get it. Slightly negative R here, but we can try it on stream. Hope this makes sense, guys. I hope this all makes sense, by the way. We've got the 4 hour, which is bearish. We've got the 1 hour, which is slightly bearish as well. We just got to wait for that close, so we might float around here. And then we've got the 15 minute, which has formed a bullish fair value gap after taking a high, which we've got to come down and retrace to. And we've got the 5 minute doing near enough the same thing as well. So this is our TP around about here. We're going to wait, see if price, it looks like it's inverted that, but I think we might push back through here because we do have a fair value gap right here. So we could even get a bear entry. We'll see how it goes, guys. It's moving quite quickly here. Just keep up. Does get a little bit messy. Right then, guys. Let's see how this plays out. I'm going to clean up the charts whilst we're just letting this chill. We don't really need to look at this yet. Or this. We've got the bias sorted there. On the 1 hour, we can... we don't really need that. Worst case scenario, guys, I'm up like 1%, and I'm 1 for 2. So I thought I'd take this trade just as it looks like it's about to play out, but we'll see how it goes. Just want to clean up the charts a little bit. Very messy. We're gonna look to go break even once we take this low over here. I'm gonna stay off the 1 minute. Once we take this low over here, I'm going to look to go break even, or like very close to break even, like adjust my stop quite aggressively. And then, yeah, as we continue down, I'll look to go break even again as well. Especially if we form an imbalance on the way down, then come back to it, then do this. We can go straight to break even and see how that goes. Oh. Right, we do also have a fair value gap now on the 5 minute right here, and that IFVG too. Yeah, this cleans things up a little bit. Like to place them, I use MetaTrader. I don't think I actually set these. Give me one sec. Yeah, need to set them. Looks like we're pushing up here, guys. Not the best sign. If we invert this on this candle, I'm going to close. We'll see how it goes. I think it could play out still. We've got to see how this closes. If we form an IFVG here, we could look at closing here. Let's see how it goes now. As I said, it may end up floating around for a little bit before we do continue down. And that'll just be getting that 1 hour close before we come down to that 1 hour fair value gap. I think I should have probably waited for that. Here we go. 2 minutes left on the 5. As I said, if we form an IFVG here, I'm going to look to close. But it looks like we might be respecting it. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how this 5 minute closes. I do still have strong hopes for this until we close. Unless we close forming that IFVG. Excuse me. 1 minute left, just over. Looking to respect that bearish fair value gap that we just formed and continue down towards the bearish or bullish 1 hour fair value gap. Sorry, the bullish 5 minute as well, and the 15. That's good to hear, Dan. I'll have a look at that in a minute. I'm going to see how this 5 minute closes and we'll move over to GU. Come on. There we are. Don't really like to look at the 1 minute, but I'm going to just quickly look at it to see what it's telling me. Very choppy price action here, guys. We did take this out very quickly. We may continue up to take the high of this. Right, see, that's not what I like to see. That's not an obvious close, which is the worst time to get that because I'm using it to manage my trade. But I'm going to leave it. I'm going to see how the next 5 minute candle forms. As I said, I'm only risking 0.5% here. but I think I still have strong hopes for this trade. Let's just look at GU for a little bit. Perfect. So now, Dan, if we invert this will be your entry, Dan, that's forming right now. If we create an IFVG with this, if we start closing outside here, then you can get in like this. If you're not using AMD, this is what you're going to do. So you get in like this, and you'll use this liquidity as a management spot. You'll move to break even at this liquidity right here, and you can target like all these lows, or this one over here, something along those lines. So you can do that. But I don't know, maybe I'd wait for a deeper push in. Let's see how it goes. But yeah, if we disrespect this IFVG, then if we disrespect and create an IFVG, then you can look for an entry here, move break even here, and look to hold all the way down to here. If we respect this, then it's not really going to be the best place to start looking for sells. But straight away, that was there. On GU with the 15, kind of saying the same thing. We got 3 minutes left on the 15. Looks like we might be forming a bullish fair value gap here, so I'd hold back a little bit. If we do form a bullish fair value gap on this 15-minute time frame, you can wait for that to be inverted, and obviously a 15-minute IFVG then, and do literally the same thing, targeting this. Maybe you'd want to target this imbalance over here, this one right here. You could use that to adjust your stops again, or take partials at this, and then obviously continue down. But yeah, that's what I'd see on GU. That's what I'd do if you're looking for an entry there. Let's look at GJ. Yeah, we got double bottom there too. So we're gonna take that out. That's liquidity right there. So we're gonna take that out at some point. Come on, GJ. As I said, guys, unless we form an IFVG where this fair value gap is, where this bearish fair value gap is, I do think, there we go, we took the low. I do think this trade will play out. We just got to see how it goes. I'm going to get rid of that. I need to keep the charts clean here, guys. I think part of the game when you're using the lower time frames is keeping your charts clean. It's very easy to just get a very messy chart, especially when you're using like the 1 minute and like the 30 second, and the 3 minute and the 2 minute. But yeah, unless we form an IFVG on this fair value gap, I'm holding this trade to TP. We did take out that low. It looks like we're retracing back up. That 1 minute has no bottom wick though, so it might flip and then head down. Also a fair value gap there. Very small one though. That's perfect, Dan. Nice to hear. There we go. See? We tried to make a low on that. There we go. We're pushing down now. We opened with a gap up there. No top wick, and now we've made that top wick. That's annoying. Let's see how this goes, guys. Gonna stop commentating. This is the last minute as well, I think, on the 5. Yeah, we got 30 seconds on the 5. As I said, if this creates an IFVG, I'm out. Same goes for the next candles. I'm only out. Like right now, I'm down 0.1%. So, it's like a piece of piss. And I made like double, 20 times that in the last trade, so it's fine. I'll still be up at 1% for the day, so I'm happy risking this, guys. I think unless we form an IFVG, this trade's great. And as well, if this candle pushes down now, this is a nice confluence because then we have an evening star pattern, which is a strong sign that we're respecting the fair value gap, stronger than this is. So we're going to see how this 5 minute plays out, guys. Also, another thing I'm looking at doing, over the weekend, I am going to be bringing out a live stream journal. That's going to be like a journal everyone can access anytime. And it's going to be for every single trade I've taken live on stream. So you can keep track of things as well. So let me know what you think about that. But over the weekend, I'm going to be launching that, ready for the next week. So keep an eye out for that. I'm not too sure how I'm going to keep it. I think I'll probably keep it in the description. And then in my Discord, I'll probably make a chat for it as well. If you're not in the Discord, join the free Discord as well, by the way. There's so much free value there, especially on my Instagram as well. If you're not following me there, follow me there. But GJ's looking good now. We got 3.5 minutes on this 5. It looks a bit iffy because this is the hour candle as well. And we have no real top wick. But back to the hour candle, we have respected that fair value gap over here, as you can see. So this is a very, and we've also validated this fair value gap over here. So it's a very strong area now to trade. We can expect price to respect this. We can expect it to respect. Okay. Don't get those two words confused. We can expect it to respect this and continue down to this one. And that's our trade. That is what we're doing here. We're trying to catch that move. And it makes sense to come to IRL. Why does it make sense to come to IRL? Because we have took ERL. We've took the high, formed a fair value gap. We're going to retrace to the fair value gap, which is our trade. And after that, we don't really give a shit what happens. But if you do give a shit, we either respect that IRL or disrespect the IRL. But all we're focusing on doing here, guys, is trying to catch that move back down to the fair value gap on the 1 hour time frame by using the 5 minute candlestick patterns, like the IFVGs and stuff like that. But yeah, strong hopes for this trade still, guys. Looks like we might be pushing down into profits now. Let's see. There we go. It is a slightly negative R here. We do have like a 0.89, which is not what I want to trade at all. But I don't care. I don't mind. We're going to be launching a trading journal too, guys. I think I just said that, but we're going to be launching a live stream trading journal. So keep your eye out for that. It's going to tell you every single trade we take live. It's going to track like the trades themselves, the win rate, the average risk to reward ratio that I have per trade. It's going to track a bunch of stuff. I think that will come in handy for a lot of you guys as well, so you can see exactly where I am, like how good of a trader I am, and stuff like that. But yeah, keep your eyes out for that. It's probably going to be starting by next week, so next Monday, like the Monday coming up. From then onwards, we will have a trading journal ready for the New Year's. And if you're in the fast track trading too, I'm just talking about this because we're just watching candles move. If you're in the fast track trading, if you've got the course access, watch out for that because that's going to be getting massive improvements soon too. We've got like accountability calls, which I'm going to be starting, which are basically actual group calls. So we all take 5 to 10 minutes each speaking, like saying, what we've learned, any issues we've dealt with, stuff like, I've risked too much on this trade, it went wrong and it didn't play out. Just to hold yourself accountable. I think that will really help with people's psychology. So I'm going to be looking at launching those too. There's a bunch of other stuff coming too, but yeah, look forward to the new year guys. The new year guy. But yeah, guys, looks like we're pushing into profits here now. I think this is a steady push on GJ. As I said, though, we don't really have much of a top wick, so we need to be very, very careful. Once we've taken this low over here that I've marked, I'm going to move my stop loss to just above this over here. And then, yeah, we can see how it goes. But we are pushing into profits now, I think. On the 1 minute, we haven't even formed an imbalance on the 1 minute. This is messy price action here, guys. Very messy price action. Hey man, how's it going? Also, I forgot to tell you guys as well. I think I did actually tell you guys, I'm not sure. Over the 18th from the 20th, which is a Friday. So the 20th of December, live streams will be stopping. As I said, this is like my first full year of actually teaching people how to trade. This is my first year doing live streams as well. So I'm not too sure how, I wasn't too sure how I wanted to go about it, because in previous years, and you know, the common sense thing here is to just take a break from trading for 4 weeks. You take a break from the last 2 weeks of December to the first 2 weeks of January. So I'm going to be doing stuff like that still. So I am going to be taking a break. I didn't want to take a break because we were coming right off of a break from a holiday. But it's got to be done, guys. And through that, we're going to be doing like lectures and stuff. We're gonna, there we are, melting down now, guys. But we're going to be doing calls like this, like streams, where we basically discuss like setups, tools, AMD, power free, fair value gaps, all that stuff, liquidity, ERL, IRL, OHLC, all those things. We're going to be doing that. So over the next few weeks, keep your eyes out for that as well. But if you're in fast track trading, whilst that's happening, I'm going to be also completely rebuilding the course out again. I've done this once already, but it's basically because I've got, you know, a better setup. I'm better on camera and stuff like that. So I'm just basically going to be rebuilding the course out again over the course of like over Christmas and New Year's and stuff like that, leading into the second week of January. So keep your eyes out for that, especially if you're in the course. That's going to be full of value again as well. We've took this low over here now, guys. And because we took this low, we're probably going to retrace to 1 minute IRL. But I don't think we have any. Like, that's the issue. We don't really have any fair value gaps. We have one right here, which was formed just now, if this candle doesn't push any higher. So I'm going to just go and, you know, move my stop loss to just above there. So I'm risking, like, not even 1/4%, like 1/10% here, guys. Like, this is just, there's, like, it's, you know, I don't know what to say. So I'm moving my stops to 192.072 now, guys. 192.072. There we go. So now we're going to let this play out. We have that fair value gap right there in our back pocket. Hopefully price can respect that and continue down. Or just continue down. Anyway, either one would be great. There we go. Looks like we are taking this low out now, maybe. There we go. So we've took that low out now. We don't really have much in our way between this and our take profit, so we might just melt straight through the floor here. We do have this low right here, though, on this candle, which is IRL. Not IRL, sorry, internal liquidity, not range, just internal. So you want to keep your eye out for that as well. I'm probably going to go break even if we come to this. Just, you know, why not? But right now I'm risking 0.1%, something stupid like that. I don't even know how much it is. Like, it's either 1/10 or 1/4. So it's really, really simple. But let's see how this plays out now, guys. I think we are in the 1 hour fair value gap here. Yeah, we are. We have come into the 1 hour fair value gap. We might find resistance here, but I do think we'll come to the 5. Because you look at the 1 hour, you go, okay, we've got the 1 hour fair value gap. You go to the 50 and you see there's a 15-minute fair value gap right here as well, which I'm going to keep there now. And then we've also go to the 5-minute and see there's a 5-minute fair value gap right here. So this could be the exact place price decides to retrace. Now, if we go back to the 1 hour time frame and we apply that that purple candle, purple line you always see, this is the discount zone of a bullish fair value gap, the best place to look for buys. So if we're going to push down and continue up, the best place to look for an entry is the discount zone. Where does the 15-minute fair value gap fall into? The discount zone. Where's the 5-minute inside of? The discount zone. So this would really make the this would make sense to be the best place to reverse. That's why my take profit's there. Let's go back to the 5. Oh shit. I want to get rid of this fucking circle. There we go. Finally. Right. If this candle closes like this as well, we've just tapped into the 15 here. If this candle closes like this, we will have a 5-minute fair value gap. We have also just took a low, so we could expect price to retrace into this before continuing down. But I think if this candle closes like this, and we have this valid fair value gap right here, I am going to be full break even. Let's see how it goes, guys. Let's see how it goes. You got 3 minutes left. Let's see what let's see what GU is doing. So GU is chilling a little bit. It looks like we might be respecting it. I don't really know. We have formed a fair value gap here, which we've respected, Dan. As I said, what's the 15 actually? What's the 15 done? So the 15 hasn't formed a fair value gap here, which isn't really that good. So you don't really have that as a confluence like on your side anymore. It's not contradicting you. It's not contradicting you, but it's not really a confluence on your side either anymore. So it's going to be a little bit more risky if you're going to take this trade. Three minutes left on the 5. As I said, if this closes like this, I'm going to be break even. Halfway through the 5. Let's get it, guys. Once we break even, it's very nice that. I mean, you know, risk-free, really, in the trade. And yeah, we can just let it play out then. I'm not going to take partials on this because I'm in a 0.5% risk. So it's not really a point in taking partials. It's not really worth it. So I'm just going to let it fully play out. Once I'm break even, I'm just going to leave it kind of thing. Just let it play out. But we got 2 minutes left on the 5. If this closes like this, I'm going to go to break even. The reason I'm going to go to break even is because, let's just say, right, let's just do this, okay? Once we form this fair value gap, I would then move my stop loss to just above this fair value gap. But go back. Just above that fair value gap is my entry. So that's why I'm break even. I'm basically just adjusting my stop loss to above the fair value gap, which happens to be break even. They've fixed that bug now as well, which is nice. Do you remember that bug from yesterday, guys, where it didn't show my cursor, like it wouldn't show all these lines? I don't know what happened there, but they've seemed to fix that now. Alright, got 1 minute left. It looks like we are going to close here. I think if we do respect the 15, now that we've tapped the 15 and tapped into the 1 hour, I think if we reverse back up, it's a sign we're respecting it. So I'm just going to pull the trigger now. I'm going to move to break even right now. So my stop loss is now at my entry, which is 191,892. Now we can just let this play out. Let's see how this goes, guys. Dan the man. Here we go. Bit of a push on the 5. Let's see what happens when we take this low out. We can get rid of this. We don't need that. We don't need this up here. We're going to clean up the charts again, guys. Got to keep them clean or you're going to get overwhelmed. There we go. You got to keep your charts clean, guys. I used to always get overwhelmed because I'd have so much going on, and it's called analysis paralysis. It's when you basically see so much, it's all just contradicting itself, so there's nothing actually forming there. So there's no actual point in, like, you know, doing all that. So keep your charts clean. Keep the relevant stuff there. Looks like we might be reversing off this now. What am I up? I think I'm up like 100. Yeah, not even worth, really. There we are, we flipped again. Pushing down. Come on. GU. Let's see what G is chatting. There you are. Did you take this entry down? I think it would be here though. That's the issue. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's not really worth it. If you haven't took the entry, actually, I'll just wait for you to tell me. Have you took the entry? I think this might be GBP strength, by the way, guys. Because GJ and GU are both moving down, and they're both positively correlated with the GBP. So it may be the GBP strength here. Just let that know. Okay. Oh, looks like we pushed heavily down there. We took this low out that I was talking about. This was off this candle here. Let's see if we can get a full TP now, guys. Come on. We're going to pull out the trick from the other day. This is the method. Trust me. This works, guys. This has a 99% win rate. The only time it lost is when I forgot to use it. So yeah. Let's see how it goes, guys. Come on. The magnet strategy. Looks like it's not working. Maybe just needs to make it bigger. So when you see price retracing after making a massive, after doing this massive magnet, you just do this. Exactly, thanks. Nice. It's a great strategy. Come on. We have tapped the 5, so I wouldn't blame it if we retraced now, but we're going to hold this to one of the two is tapped, either stop loss or RTP. Come on. Six seconds left. Near enough a close on the 5 here. What does the 15 look like? Okay, so the 15's inside that fair value gap now. We could expect price to start reversing. I'm hoping to be pushed down a little bit more and get that full TP. Look how sloppy that is on the 1 minute. Come on, GJ. Magnet strategy. I'm going to just expand the magnet now, guys, and this will make price go down towards the magnet. This is how it works. So when you see price doing this, and like it's kind of dodgy, it's like it doesn't really want to go down. See, and it's flipped. All you have to do is make the magnet really big. And then that pulls price down. Ready? Should do it in a sec. It just takes a second to kick in. I think we need to make it a little bit bigger. And then it should kick in. There we go. We've got a huge magnet now. Oh, fuck. We're going to get rid of this. Oh, it's worked. See, it worked. Do you see that? It works. That's the strategy. Just make a magnet really big, and it works. I think it just had a little bit of an issue there. It probably thought the magnet was up here, but now it knows it's down here. It's being pulled towards it. 99% win rate, guys. Like the stream. Come on, GJ. Enough messing around. What am I up here? Not even worth closing. Look at that. So sloppy price action. There's no IRL on the 1 minute to come back to at all, apart from this all the way up here. I'm going to get out here, guys. There's no point here. I'm going to get out now. I'm out. I made like 0.1%, if that. It wasn't even worth it, but I'm out now. I don't think it was worth holding. You might want to hold it. You know, if you break even, it's pretty risk-free, but I'm going to secure those profits there. Didn't really make too much, but we'll see how it goes. It looks like it's pushing back down now. But yeah, I got out there. It looks like it was respecting the 5. It's a little bit iffy with this take profit because, like, we can just respect the 1 hour at any moment. We can respect the 15 at any moment, and we've already tapped the 5, and it looks like we were pushing up to respect it. So I just closed out there. Maybe a little bit of a psychology issue, but you know, it's not too much of an issue, I guess. But yeah, looks like it's reversing now. We'll see how this plays out. But yeah, you know, not how I wanted it to be. A little bit of a dodgy trade, very sketchy. Looks like we're pushing down now. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, that's the trade. So I got out like up here somewhere. It's not even worth trading, but you know, we're 2 for 2, so could be worse. GJ is pushing down. GU, sorry, is pushing down after we invest this. Bro, in the M15, it's a... yeah, I see that. I see that, Rodrigo. You could look at taking buys over this. Now we've come into the fair... Like, we've had... Like, from the start of the stream, I told you about the bearish bias that we had. And it was like that because we were aiming for price to do this. To close inside this bearish fair value gap and then push down into this 1 hour fair value gap that it just formed. We've done that now. So we don't really have a bearish bias as much anymore. We are overall bullish, as I said. It looks like we're pushing down now as well, guys. Maybe it was a bad decision for me to get out there. I'm going to put my TP just here so you know exactly where I was targeting. So we can see what happens there. But yeah, guys, like, you know, not much else to that now. Bitcoin, that's played out with AMD. You can see that accumulation, manipulation, and distribution here. Gold pushing down. I think there was one guy in the premium Discord in the private group who was actually looking at taking the sell here, I think, or the buy. I can't remember. Now GU looks like it's pushing down. EU pretty much the same as GU, coming back into that fair value gap, the same as GJ as well. Looks like an accumulation with a manipulation to the upside over here. As you can see, we did play out with that distribution in the end that I was talking about the other day. USD JPY looks like it's just consolidating the higher time frame accumulation, maybe. Yeah, we got that AMD cycle right there. Now we're accumulating again. Just one massive accumulation range. There we are. GJ has hit TP, I think, now. That's unfortunate. But, oh no, it hasn't. It's definitely pushing towards it, though. Should have held that a little bit more. There's me trying to avoid the break even. Just take a little bit of profits. I thought it was going to go straight to break even after that push up off the 5, but we are pushing down again now. Looks like we're about to hit TP. And I closed with a third of what I could have got. But yeah, let's see that. See if it closes. See if it takes the TP. Nice. Nice work. I'd adjust your stops. I don't know where they are, but and where your entry is either. I don't know where that is either, but it looks like it's playing out nicely. We've just created an IFVG right here. Not the highest probability, but it's still an IFVG regardless. And GBP JPY has just smashed TP. For fuck's sake. I should have held that a little bit longer, guys, but who caught that? Did anyone catch that? Let me know. If you want to learn how I trade, join Fast Track Trading. It's the second link in the description. Join my free Discord. TP hit on GJ. Exactly, Abby. What we like to see. I didn't obviously hold for full TP. That was a bit of an issue there. I closed like with a third of what I could have got. But regardless, that is a winning trade. I'm going to put that in the live stream journal. I'm going to launch the live stream journal on Monday. That's when I'm going to start using it properly. I'm going to launch it in all the different chats over the weekend, and we will be back to using the live stream journal on Monday. So make sure, for the first time ever, I'm doing a live stream journal, and I'm going to be keeping that journal forever. So like in 5 years, you'll see the exact trades I've been taking today, tomorrow, whenever I've been taking them. You'll see all the trades. You'll see my win rate. You'll see my risk to reward ratio. You will see everything. So yeah, let me know how you think about it. Let me know what you think about that, guys. But that's another winning trade. We've took a trade on Monday, won. We took a trade. We took a trade on Monday and it won. We avoided a loss on Tuesday because it didn't have our entry criteria. We took a trade yesterday and it won. We took a trade today and it won. We're free for free, really, guys. We're free for free here so far this week. And I took a trade this morning in the private group, which a few of you guys will know about. So I'm 4 for 4 near enough. So yeah, guys, like that's the stream. I got nothing else to say. Join Fast Track Trading if you haven't already. join the course, get access, learn how to trade exactly like me. Join the free Discord, free value in there. Instagram, free value on there. Every day I do a market outlook, so make sure you're watching that. It'll give you an update for the bias. I've had the bias right every single day since I've done them. But specifically the 17th, I told you we were going to move bearish. From the 17th, I told you we were going to move bearish on GBP JPY. What did we do? We moved bearish on GBP JPY. Then I say on Monday, we're going to go bullish to come back up to this imbalance over here. And what do? We go bullish. And I said yesterday, we're going to come up to try this 4-hour fair value gap premium zone and see what we do. What did we do? Come up to that 4-hour premium zone. If you want to learn to trade like me, join Fast Track Trading. It's one of the links in the description somewhere. I don't know, but you're wasting your time if you're not in there. But that's me done, guys. Make sure I see you tomorrow. I hope you had a lovely day. I hope you caught this stream. I hope you caught the trade. And yeah, have a lovely rest of your day, guys. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. That's all from me. I have nothing else to share. Live every single day, 2:30 p.m. GMT for the Open of New York session, for the Open of the New York Stock Exchange. Take care, guys. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely rest of your week if I don't see you again. But join the live stream tomorrow.